In physics, there's the concept of entropy, which is essentially disorder, that the universe converges towards entropy over time. We're talking about, hey, energy is neither created nor destroyed. Everything goes to heat. And at a certain point, our entire planet's just gonna, have a heat death where we just get taken over by disorder and entropy. That this is just the natural state of things. Like things get dusty, things rust. And the implications for a company is that the more things that you're working on, the more features that you have, the more complex your company infrastructure is, more dimensions, more surface area that you need to maintain, right? The equivalent of taking off the dust and the rust and the technical debt just to keep things functioning so that they don't break. And as anyone who's worked in a large company knows, that everything just becomes intertwined, and like no one quite remembers how things worked in the beginning because everything is just held together by duct tape and you're afraid to touch everything. And what this means is that a larger and larger percentage of resources need to be dedicated to just keeping things as they are, to be like warriors in the never ending battle against entropy and just trying to hold the line. But a lot of people stop with their analysis there. It's like, oh, we're putting all these resources just to maintain our position of where we're at. But there's a really insidious hidden cost of that, is because everything is complex and there's so many things that are occupying our resources and attention, it makes it that much harder to move in new directions, to add new features, to pivot when we're receiving new feedback that, hey, this is a really big opportunity, we should be exploring that. And you see this so many times in company history, where the equivalent of Xerox sitting on the computer or IBM sitting on the operating system, and they just have too many lucrative things that they're maintaining to pivot to this new thing that may not pan out. So we see this on the company level, that the real cost of complexity is, as things change, and they're going to change very rapidly moving forward, particularly in the company's early stages, it makes you less adaptable, and it makes it harder for you to change and respond to feedback. I want to really nest in an idea here, is like one of the core ideas for me is an OODA loop, which is that the way that you win in a competitive environment is your ability to reorient faster to changing conditions. And if you're constantly maintaining all of your fronts of battle, that makes it really hard to reorient when you're getting clear signs that, hey, the enemy's at your rear, perhaps you should turn around. So that's the real rub of entropy, is that complexity. Not only do you have to maintain, but it makes it harder to pivot. And you can see how this operates on the personal level as well. The more projects that you have going, the less attention that you have for each individual project, the harder it is to walk away from one of those projects when you receive an opportunity which could be even better. So that's why, all things being equal, rather than adding on, I'm always trying to ask someone, what don't you need to do? I think that's something that really surprises anyone who takes team performance training or works with me one on one. They come in here and their incoming goals are always like, oh, I want to be working more. In addition to this full time job, I also want to be starting this $1 billion company on the side. And without a doubt, every single person that I work with ends up doing less, not getting less things done, but doing fewer things. And this is what I think about, is like maximizing attention. You want it to be like a laser rather than diffuse, pointing in all these different directions, is that you're doing fewer things of higher average importance. And the way that you do that is the things you're doing quickly, they're simple, they're modular. You can drop them and pick them back up at a day's notice. It makes you very nimble and easy to always be doing what you think is your best opportunity presented to you.